Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a hot summery night tonight here in Victoria, but we're here at Hungaroring tonight in virtually, of course. It is 25 degrees out on the track today. Don't mind my stuttering. Today we're here at the Hungaroring, of course, in Budapest, Hungary. Let's have a quick look at the track. We have 14 corners, 2 DRS zones. 40 corners, we have 6 to the left and 8 to the right. There'll be 35 laps around here tonight for the race, and it's going to be insane to see what we can do. The chance of rain is quite low, but we did see quite a big change in the lead last Grand Prix in Tier 1. Let's see if that happens tonight. Should be interesting. So we head straight into qualifying today, so jumping straight in, we'll go the stuff that you guys appreciate up, and yep, so we're straight into it, and let's talk about the Hungaroring. Welcome, Disco Bear. Good to finally see you back, my friend. Hopefully the audio's all good. Anyway, let's talk about Hungary and Hungaroring specifically. This track is one of the strongest tracks in terms of cornering, and of course, it is one of the hardest tracks for tyre management, especially due to this second sector. As I've got in my notes here, Sector 1, you'll want to keep the tyres in check, specifically for Sector 2. Sector 2 is extremely hard on the tyres, and if you overdo it, you won't have any grip for Sector 3, and the tyres will genuinely be screaming out for help with the amount of grip that you have. So, it'll be interesting to see how the Tier 2 drivers combat that tonight. Tier 1, we saw low to high 113s. I think for this, we'd expect to see mid 114 to high 114. So let's jump on board. Astro to start us off here across the line and down to turn 1. We're looking about 75 meters for that braking zone. 4th gear, inside curb, turns to outside as you run it through, down towards the DRS zone with DRS open now towards turn 2 we go. Outside yet again, turns to inside, but don't go all the way inside. Let them run out wide and stay in close to the right hand side there. Go close to that curb on the inside and then back out all the way. This is almost a flat out corner. It's fantastic to watch the cars do that. Do not touch the curb on the inside of turn number 7 here. Deadly curbing. Sector 2 now, the chicane. You can clobber those significantly more than Astro has here, but that's okay. We'll see how he goes through Sector 2. It is looking a little bit mean out there in terms of clouds. You can see on the horizon there just a little bit of cloud cover coming in. So it should be interesting to see if that changes throughout the qualifying session, which means the prime time would be to head out now and get your laps in if there is weather on the way. Sector 3 now, making sure those tyres are in a working order as we head towards the final corner of this circuit. Hungaroring in a complete lap is expecting, as I've said, about a 114 to a 115. So 115.795 is now the time to beat, with Toast at a 115.845. Jeff currently on a lap, and on a decent one at that. Old mate setting a 115.9. The McLaren there just getting out of the way of the drivers who are on that fast lap. Let's jump off board as the cars absolutely fly through this second sector. Purple Sector 2 for name is Jeff, or Jeff as we better well know him. Sector 3 now for him. In real life, this one goes uphill. In the game, it goes downhill. Don't ask me. I have no idea why. As we head into the final corner, Jeff will get on the power as quick as he can now with that DRS open. Does he get to the line in time? He does indeed. A 115.594 is the time to beat. Howie as well. Marv immediately setting the pace with a 115.303. Howie and Andre, the ones to look out for. 115.244. It's Alex back in pace. Should be interesting to see if he is. We will look towards this pace that Lydia's immediately also set 114.750, sorry, apologies there. So we should see if that works out for him. As Sector 1 yellow flags, just getting out of the way, of course, a few drivers. Purple Sector 2 for Howie at 153 at the moment. 0.53 at the moment for him. Do that Sector 2 into Sector 3 now. And he'll be looking to improve on his current, well, set of banker lap, apologies. I am all over the place tonight. But we'll see how we go. As Across the line goes Howie. Is it good enough to get pole? It is indeed. A 114.612. Provisional pole position for Howie at the moment. A mid 114 seems to be the time to beat at the moment, with Andre on his lap as well. Sector 2 with the 27 for Sector 1. Let's see what that time is for Sector 2. 53.357. So just on the pace of Howie. The two McLarens are looking pretty racy tonight, which is good. We do love to see competitiveness all throughout the grid. Have we got any predictions on for tonight, Disco? I'd expect to see a few from you, my friend. As across the line for Andre, and it's only good enough for third. So he'll be wanting to improve on that lap time as the session progresses. It doesn't look like we're going to be affected by any weather today. In qualifying, I don't know about the race trim though. So Jay Bezer as well, setting a 117.018. So I'm not sure he'll be happy with that. A few of the drivers out there just testing out their limits as well. Combined on a lap of 53.8 at the moment for that second sector. That's not a bad second sector. Looking for the third sector now. Good enough for sixth. So not bad from him as well. Sector 2 yellow flags. Just another driver getting out of the way. Let's have a look. Ghost Rider just started his lap. Let's jump on board for this one. Ghost Rider down into turn 1. 75 meters braking. Let's jump in to sector 1. DRS open now as we head down towards turn 2. Bit of a lock up there on the front right as he head into the first corner, but continuing on the way. Let's have a look at that delta. So we're expecting about a 26.5 or a 27 for that middle sector. The first sector, apologies. 27 is the time for him at the moment, so he's pretty much on pace with that pole position time. Sector 2 now. Clobber those inside curbs. Just send it over them. You can push those a little bit harder. Fourth gear, very wide through there, but that's okay. We continue on the pace and we continue on the way. Sector 2, how's it looking? A 53, 54.018, so it's about a second down at the moment on the top drivers through that sector. Good battle between Alex, Andre and Howie. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree that we should see a good battle there at the front, especially if Alex is on pace. He hasn't been on pace at the moment, but if he has found some pace, we look to improve on that for him. So Ghost Rider to 7th. So not a bad lap from him, but he'll be looking to improve. Alex now on his out lap. A quick reminder, as I've always said it every single time I'm commentating this group, Alex is the only racer I know in this league that races in virtual reality. And if that's saying something, I mean, it should say something. That is extremely difficult to do. You can barely, I've done virtual reality in F1 before, you can barely see over the top of the front, you can barely see the corners, and it makes it so difficult to judge the corners. But it's really, really fun, and it's also really entertaining as well when you're in the race. As Verstappen sets a 114.698, so just behind Howie there by about a tenth of a second. So Alex to start his pole, his attempt at pole. Let's see how he goes. Out of sync with the other drivers, so he may have to contend with a little bit of traffic at the end of the lap, but that's okay. Alex into turn 1, that was very clean. That was very nice, actually. DRS open as we head towards turn 2. What's he going to do as he heads through here? Don't touch that inside curb. It's an instant spin curb. Hugging the right-hand side down the hill, and that's looking very clean from Alex. In fact, it's looking clean as hell. It could be purple for him. It isn't. It's currently 2 tenths up on his previous lap, so he is on pace at the moment to find himself in that top 3 if he stays 2 tenths gain per lap. Over the curbs we go into the chicane, and it's good rotation there from the Mercedes. Can he keep this pace up through the second sector? Remember, the tyres will be screaming for help through here. He's looking for a 53 on that sector 2 time. What's it going to be? That's a very decent time indeed from Alex. A 53.3 at the moment. Alex is looking at a provisional 3rd place if he can stay on pace here. Through sector 3 he goes. How's it going to be through that final corner for Alex? Remember, virtual reality makes it even more difficult than it is already. DRS wide open as we head towards the line. What's it going to be for Alex? It's good enough to stay 5th, but he does keep it within that 15 seconds. So he wants to probably gain off that, but a good 2/10 gain there to push him up a little bit and separate him from Marv. He'll be moderately happy with that, but he'll probably be wanting to push a little bit more. Marv on his lap as well, and he's currently a 10th down, so he'll probably back out of this one as he runs very, very wide into sector 2. We'll see now how the drivers combat these next few moments in qualifying. It does look like the track is cooling down a little bit, which is pretty good for the tyres if it is a lot of shade on the track at the moment. And Marv is, well, he's gained about a tenth and a half through there, but it's still not enough to secure 5th position, so I don't know if he'll back out of this one or not, but I suspect he will. Nope, Marv stays on it, so Marv stays out, and we'll see where it puts him on his lap, because he was down significantly in that first sector. So yeah, just behind Alex. Howie on his lap, absolutely flying through there. That was glorious to watch. The McLaren looks so hooked up through that corner. As into the chicane we go for sector 2. Remember, keeping those tyres in check is the most important thing through this sector, because they will be screaming for help all the way through. What a shot. That McLaren looking really, really hooked up. It does seem like Howie's got a good setup tonight here with a 2.60. Andre out of absolutely nowhere. The other McLaren setting 2 tenths faster at the moment. Howie is still on for provisional pole if he stays on with this pace that he's currently got. We'll see as he comes through that final corner. He's definitely on it. What's it going to be as he crosses the line? It's not good enough, and it's 2 tenths gain. So the 2 McLarens are... well, 1 and 2 at the moment, with Kendra coming in 3rd position. Good to see a Red Bull up there at the moment. Verstappen in 4th, 5th for Liddy, and 6th for Alex. Marv on his lap. No, he's backed out of it. Okay. Jeff, currently 6 tenths down. I don't think he'll be improving anytime soon there. Old mate, 3 seconds down on his previous lap. So I think just finding the pace out there, old mate. He is a reserve driver, so I don't expect too much out of him. He isn't a regular driver here, so we'll see if he improves as the times come down. 5 minutes left of qualifying pretty much now, so we should see the times coming down slowly but surely here. I think Kendra wasn't on a lap, but we'll have to see. As into the pits comes old mate. You can see the Red Bull there. Crew just putting that car into the pits and putting it away, refueling it, putting fresh sets of tyres on, and they'll head back out for those final runs. As we get ready now for the final stages of qualifying. It's probably about the 3rd to 4th quarter now of qualifying. This will be the last possible opportunities for these drivers to push as hard as they can. We can see, I believe that's Kendra coming back into the pits as well. So we'll see how that goes. As... at the moment, the drivers have just come into the pit, so they're backing off from their laps and getting ready for their final ones. So a few drivers out of sync at the moment. I believe that's is a Banana Cake Pie. I think it is Banana Cake Pie out of sync. But we shall see. I think Jay Bezza on a lap at the moment as well. He crosses the line. Let's see if we can jump on board with that, actually. Yeah, Jay Bezza to start his lap, so here we go. Fuel is low. Andre 113.9 says Alex. He reckons there's a 13.9 on the board out here, so that'll be interesting to see if there is. Jay Bezza will be looking to improve from that 15th spot in the Williams, but I mean, he's gained about a 10th there, so there's definitely time out there for him. As Sector 2 comes through now. Good line through Sector 2, actually. That was really good through the chicane. Really, really good from Jay Bezza, and potentially looking to improve here from 15th, maybe to 12th. At the moment with the pace he's currently on, looking for a 53 through that final sector. 54, okay, so he's getting 6 tenths. That's really good from Jay Bezza. He's heading through, so he's looking at the moment to push up about 2 to 3 positions. I'll always be really happy to see Jay Bezza pushing to his absolute best out there. It's always good to see one of the more underrated drivers out there pushing to their absolute limit, and unfortunately doesn't improve. Banana Cake Pie, though, has, in the other hand, so up to 6th for Banana Cake Pie with Ghost Rider on a lap and heading towards the line, and that's good enough for 6th, so he's jumped the likes of Banana Cake Pie there, and I guess these will be the final laps, because we're in the last 3 minutes of qualifying now. And Kendra will definitely be looking to improve from that third position. So it'll be interesting to see if he can do that with Andre and Howie, the two McLarens, currently 1 and 2. We haven't seen any yellow flags caused from drivers coming off yet, so clearly a little bit more to come. Late drama expected always here at Hungary. The Hungaroring, as we better well know it. Joe Bezza just refusing to get out of the way there. I think just getting out of the way of Kendra there. So Kendra won't be too happy with that, but anyway. The Red Bull, definitely the one to watch as we get ready for the final flying laps of qualifying. 2 minutes left, and now the McLarens come out. But here we go. We're going to jump on board with Kendra as we head through that final corner to start the final flying lap. Is it going to be good enough for pole? We'll find out. DRS wide open as we head across the line to start that lap, that coveted lap of Hungaroring. Down towards turn 1, 75-meter braking board as we head in, and it's pretty well hooked up through there for the Red Bull. DRS wide open now as we head down towards turn 2. Don't touch that inside curb. I've said it many, many times, and I will continue to say yellow flags ahead. Kendra might have to lift as long as those yellows are gone. Those yellows are gone. So we head now into Sector 2. Is it good enough for Sector 1 at the moment? It's 2 tenths up at the moment. That's not good enough for Sector for pole position if Kendra's looking for it. I think if staying on this pace and finding 6 tenths out there is a massive slide through the chicane, but makes it work, backs out of it, knows that's not one to go for, as Howie gets out the way and Andre starts beginning to warm those tyres. So Kendra backing out and preparing, I think, the tyres for one last lap, one last dash, and seeing if there's enough in the tank. I'll have a quick look. There should be just enough in the tank for a second lap, but I think Kendra might decide whether or not. So they're going again. Okay, so Kendra's going again. Andre's on his hot lap. Let's stay on board with this. This could be the provisional pole position lap. So down towards turn 2. Run it out wide, then cut inside, and then run it out wide and stay wide all the way through. Then that turns to the inside. What am I? Rapping or something. Here we go. Tyres were too worn. Unfortunate for Jay Bezza, but we look forward to the race and see you come through if you can. At the moment, Andre has found time out there, and the McLaren is looking very, very pacey through this second sector, especially very wide there for Andre. I don't know if that's going to account for anything. The car does look super hooked up throughout these twisty corners, and I'm starting to wonder if they're running a very twitchy setup. It looks like a very front-end bite car, but I don't know. I mean, you could be looking at something that could be quite dangerous during the race as Twitch Liddy finds pace out there with a 1:14.225. That's 1 millisecond behind Andre. Is it going to be enough, though, to keep that second place? I don't think it will be, because Andre comes across the line at 1:14 dead. Howie backs out of his lap. Kendra is on a flyer as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, to get to the line. Is it going to be enough? It is for second position, and just. So Liddy drops out of contention for second place. Kendra takes that second place, and Howie, unfortunately, backs out of his lap. So he finds himself in fourth for Stoppen, comes across the line for fifth and sixth for Alex. So all the drivers have pretty much finished their laps now. Marv, can he improve? Yes, he can. So well done to Marv. And I believe that is every single driver done. Andre, you can take a bow with a 1:14.098, a decent time around here. And I think that'll be about 10th place for Tier 1. So not bad at all from Andre. As we look forward to the race now. Howie, the final driver, just to come into the pits and finish up everything. But there you go, Howie. Fantastic from you. And Andre should be happy as well with second, fourth and first. I think damage limitation there for McLaren. Howie clearly having a little bit of a moment on that final lap as well. But look how close it is between those top three. 1/10 separating, or about 1.5 tenths separating the top three. So it'll be interesting to see who can come through the field and who gets stuck behind. Hopefully there's no safety cars. Hopefully there's no drama. but we'll see as the Grand Prix threatens to rain. We do have a formation lap here in Tier 2, so we'll wait for that to start as well. So it should be interesting to see who can come out on top tonight. I believe Andre will be the crowd favourite with in second place the other McLaren. So the McLaren 1-2 is the obvious favourite around here tonight. But we should see late drama, potentially some safety cars. You never know around this Hungaroring, and you never know with this tier as well. Dry race, states Alex, and it definitely does look dry out there. We shouldn't see any changes of weather. As I was saying, the Hungaroring isn't really known for being crazy with its weather. It's more known for being a dry circuit. So we'll see how that turns out as we wait for the drivers to finalise their setups tonight. But yeah, definitely stuff to look out for. We'll have 35 laps ahead of the drivers here tonight. Chance of safety car around here is pretty high. It's about 67% on the basis of other races. So we should see a safety car if there is a crash. We have the formation lap get underway now for the drivers. So they'll get away and that will allow me to set up what I want for you guys as well. I think we're pretty much there. So Andre will lead away the field for the safety car warm-up. And while that's happening, we'll head into the race. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hungaroring. We have 35 laps ahead of us. Hopefully not too much drama. I can't imagine there will be anything such as a red flag, but we'll wait and see. Quick look at the track now, and we have, of course, 3 sectors. 4.381 kilometres, 14 corners as well, 6 to the left and 8 to the right, 2 DRS zones, providing ample overtaking opportunity. Down into turn 1 and turn 2 are some of the most vital opportunities for overtaking. Sector 2 will be very interesting to get right throughout the race, but let's get straight back to the action out on track with that. So, again, Andre will lead us away at the end of this formation lap. He will line up on pole position with Kendra in second, Twitch Liddy in third. So the tyres getting scrubbed in now. A few sets of mediums. Let's have a quick look at the tyres out there. So we've got a multitude of mediums and not too many hards. So it will be interesting to see who has the strategy right. We'll jump with... Yeah, we'll stay with none. So here we go. Formation lap. Drivers lighting up their rear tyres as they get ready to set away at the infamous Hungaroring. 35 laps await these drivers as they get ready with the clutch. Get ready to activate for the race. As we get green flags out on track, so it's counting down now. 3, 4, 5 red lights ahead of the drivers. And it's held for a very long time. It's lights out and away we go for the first time here at Hungaroring. And Kendra gets off to a pretty decent start with Andre coming in close first. Sorry, apologies there. Howie looking for the inside as we head into towards turn 1. Let's look for drama at the back of the pack. Doesn't look to be any at the moment. Looks to be very clean. Andre with a perfect start that you would have wanted to see. Howie now looking to contest. He's already made up a position as Twitch Liddy and Verstappen are battling all the way through turn number 2. The hard tyres have dropped a little bit with the medium tyres being the runners for the win. Toasty retires from the session and we've got an immediate safety car out there. The 2 Aston Martins have come together in controversy for this first lap, and that's not what you would have wanted to see. With Toasty being out in Sector 1 before the first lap has even completed. Banana Cake Pie has an immediate front wing damage. And we have an immediate safety car here. So Bert Mylander immediately being put to work. Apologies for saying immediately so many times, but there we go. I said for the first time because we'd expect to see a safety car. And well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Take a quick sip of water just to allow my throat to relax a little bit. But It should be a relatively quick safety car as long as Banana can catch up. I'm going to have a murder investigation on me in a minute. Oh, Banana has done something very, very wrong. This is going to be interesting to see how the stewards react to this one. I have a feeling that Banana has a significant penalty coming his way as Old Mate comes into the pits. So I wonder if Old Mate was also attached in that. Doesn't look like there's any damage on that Red Bull. I think he's just coming in for a fresh set of heart. So that could be a strategy call from the Red Bull team there. As into the pits comes Banana. Front wing getting replaced, of course. And we get back underway. See if he can catch up before the end of the safety car line in Sector 2. So we can get back underway as quick as possible with Old Mate as well. So, Andre holding the lead. Let's have a quick look at the position changes right off the bat. So, the biggest winner at the moment is Jay Beza, up 11 spots from that final position. Fantastic to see from you, my friend. Verstappen also moving up one, and Howie moving up one. The biggest loser out of everyone, Banana Cake Pie, dropping down 4 positions, with Toasty being the DNF of the race so far. One stop for a few of the drivers out there. We'll wait to see how the strategies go. Here we go. So, Banana saying, I haven't done anything wrong, but only one of us will be leaving the garage after the race. That's going to be interesting. That is very ominous, and probably not something that Aston Martin want to be hearing at this time, especially this late into the season. We're on round number 5, I believe, so we're about halfway through the season now, and it's just not what the Aston Martin team needs. I think we'll have one more lap under safety car conditions. So, and I haven't seen a patch from Cody saying they have fixed that safety car graphic, which is infuriating, but is what it is, I guess. Hopefully we get a yellow flag sometime as quick as we can. I don't wish anything upon the drivers, but if we get a yellow flag as quick as possible, that'd be nice, because it gets rid of the safety car graphic as quick as possible. But one more lap under safety car now. Oh, big moment in the back there for stopping into the wall. Under safety car conditions, the cold tyres. I can't believe I've just seen that. Verstappen was trying to control his tyres and trying to warm them up as much as he can, and in process has absolutely slammed that Ferrari into the wall. Not what you would have wanted to see, and especially considering we're going to get back onto safety car running. Oh, Verstappen has absolutely thrown away 5th place. Guaranteed coming into the pits after this, the safety car peels in as well, and that's just unfortunate. Cold tyres, warming those tyres, just losing it under I guess just under his own will there. I really don't know what's happened to the Ferrari there. I wonder if there was a bit of a mechanical problem. That's a very rare mistake from Verstappen, a very rare moment from the Ferrari, but something that will definitely be a critical point of this Grand Prix without doubt. The marshals will be removing that debris as well. So we should be getting back underway and running now with the safety car in this lap. I'll wait. Hopefully, yep. So safety car is in this lap. I'm going to see if this gets rid of the graphic. That would be nice. It didn't work. Damn it. Okay. Whatever. We'll run with it. So Andre will lead us away now as we get ready to go back underway in racing. So don't mind the safety car graphic. That's completely BS. We know this for a fact. It stays up until we get a yellow flag, which is really infuriating, but it's classic Cody's. I'd expect Andre to go right in the second to last corner, and he has absolutely booked it out that final corner. Already pulled a 4/10 gap. So we're back underway in racing on lap 3 of 35 here at the Hungaroring. A critical restart for Andre to get correct here, and I think he's gotten it pretty much bang on. Kendra will be looking to improve from second place as quick as possible. In the background, though, the important stuff. The Aston Martin of Banana Cake Pie will be looking to improve from his current position. Alex will be looking to improve as well, with combined close on his tail. So Verstappen with significant front wing damage as well will most likely drop pretty quickly out of contention, especially through this second sector and third sector. You'll see how little downforce he has, and Alex is going to go for a move, potentially up the inside, backs out of it, knows that's not a smart one to make, especially into the chicane. Maybe looks for a move up the inside. Beautiful helicopter work from the crew in the heli. Love to see that camera work. Fantastic. Around the outside, potentially for Alex. Oh, no, they've come together. That's just unfortunate. Alex and, well, that was inevitable between Verstappen and Alex. And Alex Reyes has come undone. I don't believe he's got any damage from that. I think it was just a tap of the rear tyres. So, not ideal, but continuing on the way as Astrio and Ghost Rider continue to fight all the way through. That little tangle has bunched up a ton of drivers completely. Andre and Howie now setting fastest laps respectively as they start on their trial, as into the wall and out of the session goes Ghost Rider, and we're back underway with the safety car. Massive moments here at Hungaroring, and it's continuous drama. Verstappen, this works in his favour perfectly with a new front wing being put onto that Ferrari and a hard set of hard tyres. So the safety car comes out yet again. Bert Mylander with a very busy day already. Chaos on lap 4 of that Grand Prix. I mean, on the final corner, I guess Ghost Rider got loose, and then he must have just come around and absolutely slammed it into the wall, which is not ideal for him at all. So yet again under safety car. As I'll take another swig of water. Would love to have my co-commentator here tonight, but unfortunately I can't have him. Hopefully I have Slammer for Tuesday. That would be good. So safety car conditions does mean that a few of the drivers will be considering a pit stop here. I wonder if these top 4 will come into the pits for a set of hard tyres. That could be a strategy. And it doesn't look like anyone's going to go for it. I think Howie was considering it there for a second. But, yeah, under safety car conditions means we will be slowing the race down significantly here. Yeah, so the Aston Martin, Bert Mylander in that Aston Martin, of course. But this also kind of works in Alex's favour with that tangle with Verstappen. So I do want to look back at that if I can get a replay, but I don't know how to do that yet. I'll probably figure it out by the end of this season. But a replay would be lovely to see that Alex and Verstappen. We saw that from above in the helicopter perspective as well, which was really cool to see. But yeah, hopefully no mistakes this time under safety car would be ideal. Verstappen should catch the back of the pack here. We'll see how much he's pushing. Pushing pretty quick, actually. Probably trying to warm those tyres as quick as possible. I think he will just make it to the back of the pack. So he might be under safety car for only 1 lap, but we'll see how that goes. We wait to see if Verstappen can catch the back of the pack in time. I don't think he has, unfortunately, so I think we will stay under safety car for at least 1 more lap, which does work in the favour of the medium tyre runners. Could be... Here we go. My luck's going to run out soon, surely, Jabez. All 3 crashes have happened, basically. I mean, Jabez, you never know. You never know. There could be a big moment on the grid for you. I mean, we were joking about the P15 to P1. I mean, you never know. It could happen. The 2 McLarens could come together. Kendra could, you know, have a moment. It doesn't surprise me every single time we have these tier 2 races. Something dramatic happens every single time. And I mean, you've moved up from what? Position 15th up to 7th. So you have some definite pace with you. But yeah, still under safety car conditions. This should be the final lap under safety car, of course, as well. So a quick recap now on the race. So we've had 7 laps, probably about 4 laps of racing. We had a massive incident at the start of the Grand Prix between the 2 Aston Martins. Down into this corner, actually, I believe. So Toasty, I believe, was trying to go on the outside of Banana Cake Pie and incidentally hit the rear wheel. And it happens. It's okay. It happens, especially on lap 1 of races. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Alex and Verstappen had a bit of a moment. Verstappen had a moment, actually, under safety car. Our last safety car, I believe, was on lap 3 or 4, getting sideways whilst trying to warm the tyres and hitting the barrier, which incidentally... Oh, Alex leaves the session. That's not good. Let's hope that's not terminal. Let's hope that Mercedes isn't having too many issues. He should join back quickly. I'll see if he needs an invite. I'll quickly just invite him just in case as well, just to make sure he does have that invite just in case. Sorry, guys. But we should get back underway in racing now with safety car in this lap. Here we go. Andre will lead away the pack yet again. And I wonder if he'll go in the same position as last time. Let's jump on board this time with Howie and see if he can keep up. CWOS, of course, coming up on the left-hand side. No surprises there. It happens every single time. So, yes, Andre has gone and Kendra's been really, really on it this time. There's been no hesitation there from Kendra. Knew where it was going to go, knew when it was going to happen. Alex rejoins this Grand Prix and hopefully he can join in quick enough to keep that current 11th position and fight for more. So we're back underway in racing. Don't mind that safety car graphic up the top as Alex and old mate immediately swapping positions. Kendra having a little bit of a moment there, getting up on the curb, as you really don't want to do around this Hungaroring circuit. Alex has dropped down significantly here, so I think he'll be back underway and racing slowly but surely. Remember, he is in virtual reality. That will probably be a warning for Howie there, running very, very wide on the exit of turn number 5. The chicane. Right, left, and continuing left and then right. It's a sequence of corners through this second sector. And Kendra is catching slowly but surely here. And remember, these two McLarens are running really twitchy setups. We saw it in qualifying. They were absolutely flying through the corners, sure. But they were also struggling to keep that grip as old mate gets another penalty. Alex leaves the set. I believe that's a terminal issue for the Mercedes. That will not be good for Alex's race, unfortunately, coming undone. He was in P6 to start and he's dropped all the way down to P13. But DRS will be enabled this lap. So lap 9 to 35, and we're not even halfway yet, and we've already been going for about 15 minutes with the racing. So a significantly long portion of this race to go. And the drivers are really going to have to start considering their tyre wear, how much they're pushing, of course the ERS as well. Very, very close at the moment with Howie and Kendra. The two McLarens are going to work in tandem if they can. Alex asked for an invite yet again, so I'll just invite him once more. And you can just see how he's right on the back of Kendra and not giving out any space. The McLaren sandwich at the moment for Kendra. So, Sector 2 proving pretty good for the McLarens here at the moment. They're looking pretty set up for that corners, those sequences of cornering. As Astro and, whoa, side by side and very wide and pushed out wide from Jeff and Astro. Astro maybe looking for the outside line as we head into Sector 3. Is this going to work out for him? Has he got damage maybe? No, he doesn't. Alex joins back. Hopefully this works this time for him. As around the outside looking for Banana Cake Pie with DRS wide open as we head down towards turn 1 for the 10th time. Is it going to work out for Banana as he heads down to turn 1, looks for the overtake and gets it done very cleanly around the outside. Beautiful overtake from Banana on Astro there. Aristo. My God, I keep saying it wrong, but it's okay. I'll get it right eventually. Jeff right on the back of Jay Beza. This will definitely be one to watch. Let's grab the telemetry for a second here. I reckon Jeff is probably going to try it into Sector 3. He won't try it into Sector 2. He has enough pace to do it, but he knows that's not a smart place to do it. Alex leaves the session again. I don't think he'll be coming back. I think that's a terminal issue for the Mercedes, unfortunately. So Jeff hunting down the Williams. Look how much more pace he has through this third sector. Here we go, braking. Who's going to be the last of the late breakers? Trying to fight it around the outside. Jay Bezer turns to the inside. Fantastic defense from Jay Bezer at the moment. Goes for the block. This is beautiful from the Williams, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Looking for the inside for Jeff, and it hasn't been enough. What a defense from Jay Bezer. Fantastic from the Williams and Haas battling at the moment as combined goes down. Jay Bezer gets overtaken, but maybe looks for the switchback of Dreams. Hose tries to hang it around the outside. Jeff tries to push him out wide, and it hasn't worked out for him as we go side by side down and towards turn 2. I can't believe I'm saying this. Jay Bezer has that position, has the inside line, and he's trying to make it work as My Name is Jeff turns it to the inside again, and finally we can relax and breathe as Jeff finally gets that position taken. Goodness, what racing from the two drivers there, the Williams and the Haas. Fantastic racing, heaps of respect between the two drivers as well. The chicane, I mean, they absolutely fly through that, don't they? Kendra is still right in the back as well of Andre. I've just noticed there, Banana Cake Fine for stopping and all that, so I will jump on board with that shortly. That is a very close battle at the back there. As I think very wide for Astrio into the barrier. Nope, just keeping it out of the barrier. So we will have green flags again. Thanks to the sector, thanks to the glitch that we get all the time. Kendra will have DRS. Down the straight we go now towards turn 1 for the 12th time. Up the inside, maybe? No. Jay Bezer overtakes yet again on My Name is Jeff. As Jeff drops back. I wonder what's happening here. Has he had a bit of a moment out of that final corner? I reckon he has. What is going on to Jeff? Is there a problem with the Haas car? Dropping out of contention very quickly here. I get a feeling that he does have a bit of a problem, maybe with his pedals, or there's something wrong with the car, but Old Mate running very wide there. Let's see who else is really close to each other. Liddy, actually, right in the back of Howie. They're still all, this top 4 still really close to each other. They haven't really let each other go. Got to make sure you don't get a penalty through there. Super important. As Jeff gets a penalty. So something's definitely happened to Jeff there. He's dropped out of contention significantly. I wonder if he's had a bit of a moment. Maybe tapped the rear wing and smashed it, which does happen in this game. You can get rear wing damage. Twitch, Liddy is in a prime position here to strike. Combined comes into the pits. That's, I believe, the medium tyre runner. So he'll be looking to get rid of those mediums. Nothing being said as of yet. Invite can't get in, so I'll try it once more for Alex. One more time for Alex, guys. Sorry, apologies again, but we have to try and get our races in if they disconnect. Kendra. Let's have a quick look, actually, at the battery usage. So 95% as opposed to 50%. So Kendra definitely holding more battery at the moment and being a lot more conservative on the power. And I think Andre's definitely feeling the pressure here as he makes a mistake into the chicane. Sector 2, tyres will be screaming out for help. I've said this multiple times throughout my commentating tonight. It's critical to get this sector right. You don't want to overstress the tyres, because if you do, that's not going to help with Sector 3. Still in that McLaren sandwich, Kendra. With Andre and Howie, of course. DRS wide open as we head towards turn 1 for the 14th time of 35. And I think this is a move here from Kendra. Kendra tries up the inside. Can he get it done? Oh, big old moment, a big old snap from the rear end, and Howie's going to be right on the back of this as well. Unfortunately there for Kendra, just can't keep the consistency as Verstappen slowly moves up as we've got a Sector 1 yellow flag. I think that's Old Mate around. It was Old Mate around, having dirt on the tyres. We can see that. Kendra will be looking to do that all over again. Down towards turn 1. So again, Kendra applying the pressure here. critical moments of this Grand Prix. Alex late, yeah, so that's critical and a critical problem for the Mercedes, and just so unfortunate for Alex. He was having such a good race, and unfortunately it's just all come undone. Kendra, he's in a prime position, but again, that McLaren sandwich is definitely one that's putting pressure on the Red Bull. As we have DRS yet again, so we head down towards turn 1. Is Kendra going to make anything of it this time? Kendra ducks to the inside line. Andre looks to defend the outside. Kendra runs it out wide and works perfectly. A little bash of the wheels there, but nothing too severe, as Kendra finally takes the lead of this Grand Prix with the pace that he had. Andre and Howie now in second and third as well. Marv on the back as well, someone to watch out for. Marv will be thinking about a move here, without doubt. We'll be considering this podium position. We're on lap 15 of 35, so we're almost halfway now. Still a long way to go. Jay Beza, unfortunate for him, he gets a 3-second time penalty. So, just pushing a little bit too hard. Kendra slowly running away with the lead here. 5/10 the gap, now 6/10 and climbing. So, we did notice that Kendra did save a lot of ERS, and I wonder if that's going to be used down the main straight. The two McLarens will definitely have to work together here if they want to catch Kendra, as they both come into the pit. So it's a double stack from McLaren. I can't believe it's actual. Hold on. So Andre and Howie have come into the pits. Astro has had a moment at the back of the grid. So the double stack from McLaren, I don't know if that's going to work out for them, but you never know, as held for a while there is Howie. So Kendra, with a comfortable lead at the moment of about a second. Yellow flags at the front. Is that someone around? It is. I think Jeff having a moment. Jeff has definitely had something happen to whatever he's using tonight. His gear is definitely not working. Astro retires from the session in the pit lane. As very wide goes GS. Something's definitely happened to that car. The Haas has a critical problem. Definitely has a fatal error. Potentially has a puncture, maybe, but Jeff, unfortunately, the race has come undone. I think the Haas with a terminal issue. It doesn't look like Jeff's going to have anything come of this, unless there's a late safety car, which there could be. We're not even halfway through this Grand Prix yet, so there definitely could be late drama. You never know. It's always worth not giving up around here. As into the pits comes Kendra and Lydia as well. Marv takes the lead of this Grand Prix with those hard tyres. So Jeff will now be preying on a safety car as he limps home to the pits. Medium tyre runners pretty much all coming in now for their pit stop. You can see in the background the leaders at the moment of this Grand Prix. It's very wide again for Jeff. Yeah, that Haas has something very, very wrong with it. And I wonder if we're going to see a retirement here as the Haas comes into the pits. The moment of truth now. Is there a retirement on the board for the Haas? It doesn't look like it. Change of tyre, change of front wing, and a fresh set of hopes and dreams with a medium set of tyres. So we'll see what Jeff can do from here. He'll be hoping on a safety car, praying on a safety car, in fact. As he comes out the pits, 33 seconds behind Alex, and I believe that's about a minute and a half behind the leaders. So significant pace to find here for Jeff if he wants to find anything at the end of this Grand Prix. Lap 18 of 35, going on towards 19 now. Verstappen with a second place position. Banana coming into the pits. So the pit stops are plenty now. The hard tyre runners are yet to pit, as Almost into the back of Verstappen there for Jay Beza. Jay Beza in a pretty good position at the moment, but with that penalty, we'll be looking to improve. Bit of rear slip there from the Williams. This is your net P1 at the moment and net P2. So the undercut has worked out for Andre with Kendra in second. Got to be very, very careful with those track limits as well. Definitely going to have to look out for those. So net P1 and 2, Andre, Kendra, and combined in a third position. I don't know if it's a net P3. I think Howie at the moment is that net P3, but we'll have to see if that overcut's worked for Twitch Liddy. Very wide of the background there for combined. I think those hard tyres are starting to fall off ever so slightly. The hard tyre runners will be coming in about lap 22, I believe I've heard. As Ghost Rider retires from the session, no, leaves the session, apologies. He was already out of this Grand Prix. That was around lap 6 or 7. Kendra setting the pace at 117.4. So hunting down with Twitch Liddy, trying to go up the inside of combined. Potentially making it work. Combined will be looking to fight this back around the outside, potentially into turn number 2. The Williams and the Haas fighting as they always do. It's always great to see these guys. They're so respectful to each other. Kendra still climbing all over the rear wing of that McLaren of Andre. Some dark-ish clouds growing on the backside of the circuit here, so we could see some late rain. But Marv with a comfortable lead. Jeff setting the pace at 117.405 and slowly closing that gap to the Mercedes. So whatever problem that has had, they've clearly just gone in, Control Alt Delete and restart the system, and that has is back up to racing speed. Big old moment for old mate there in front, and jumps out the way. That would have held up Andre a little bit, and it would have helped Kendra. So with DRS now, they'll be looking to fire down the main straight. Liddy with the fastest lap and slowly catching Kendra as well. A bit wide there for Andre. Jay Beza though. I'm pretty sure this is for position with Verstappen. Verstappen does have front wing damage still, so I don't know what's happened there, but definitely got front wing damage, and Jay Bez is going to be all over the rear wing of that Ferrari as this lap goes on, especially in this second sector. Kendra. These guys are going to be held up significantly. Oh, that looked like a big old moment from the McLaren, but it wasn't. Thankfully, just getting up on that curb. That's definitely one you don't want to touch, especially around here. As Marv comes into the pits, and the Ferrari just backing everyone up. Jay Beza decides he's done. Oh, he's gone very wide of the pit entry there. That hasn't worked out for him at all. We'll have to be careful not to get a penalty here. Slow it down, and he gets it slowed down just in time. So, Verstappen about to get overtaken here by Andre. Verstappen's going to try and fight it. This isn't for position. He shouldn't be fighting this at the moment. This isn't his race. But you never know. The safety car could come out and assist. There's up the inside goes Kendra. If that's going to work, I will bite my tongue. As Verstappen tries to fight it up the inside, then that turns to outside Verstappen with the defense. And all the time that Verstappen is defending, Andre is getting away. Very wide there for Verstappen, and Kendra says, thank you, I'm going to take that position and start fighting now. So a good defense there from Verstappen, and whoa, that's not going to be good from Kendra. 3-second time penalty, deciding he can't make the line there. And unfortunately, suffering the ultimate fate. We see it so often around here at Hungary. I mean, we've already got 4 people with penalties. Twitch Liddy looking for a way around Verstappen and all the time being held up. We're combined and Marv closing with Howie as well coming into the mix. So Verstappen should box shortly here. Actually, we'll double check. Verstappen has already pit, so he technically can run those hards to the end, but I wouldn't recommend it, especially if he wants to go for the fastest lap. Sector 2 yellow flags. I think that's Jeff around. It was Jeff around, so the Haas driver just having an absolute meh of a race. Unfortunate for him. Verstappen getting overtaken by Twitch Liddy, running very wide as well. Sector 2 yellows. I have a feeling that Haas are going to retire that car, but again, you never know. This Grand Prix could throw a late safety car. We're on lap 22 at 35. Howie gets a penalty. 3-second time penalty. That's 5 people now with penalties. The McLaren driver will not be happy with that at all. Not be happy with himself. And all the time that this is happening, Andre is slowly moving away from the field and running away with that lead. This is looking like another Andre masterclass. Another McLaren masterclass potentially. Lockups are plenty for the drivers and running very wide there. Andre has to be careful he doesn't get a penalty. I wonder how many warnings he's on. DRS for Kendra. As we head down the main straight, full lap 23 of 53, yeah right, 35. And it's looking good there for combined 3 wide as we head into the first corner. Marv tries up the inside from absolutely nowhere. Howie's all of a sudden in this as well. It's a 4-way battle for 5th and 4th as Marv moves up to 4th. Combined tries to hold the inside line. Sector 2 yellow flags yet again. Jeff is around. I think we'll have a retirement pretty soon from him as Howie will be looking to improve from his 6th place. We have a 4-way battle for that 4th position. Jeff's going to have to get out of the way shortly here of Andre. Make sure he doesn't hold up the McLaren driver. Tantalizing stuff through that first sector from these 4. Love to see it, and I wonder if we'll see something like it again down the main straight. Look forward to that as we head towards Sector 3 now. Howie is slowly catching, but he's going to have to contest with a 3-second time penalty. And I mean, he could try and contest it, but I don't know if he's going to come out on top. You know, the McLaren drivers, they love to contest their little penalties they get, but you never know. Could work out this time. So Howie looks to move with Kendra and Andre having a fight. Howie backs out of it, decides that's not a smart move to make. Kendra now has to start pulling a 3-second gap if he wants to win this Grand Prix. 3-second time penalty plus something. So he has to get 3 seconds ahead of Andre, and I don't think Andre's going to let him. As much as he would like to, I don't think it's going to happen. The last thing that these drivers now want is a safety car because that bunches everyone up and the penalties they become really, really brutal. Howie's still right in the back of combined and fighting for that position at the moment. And you can just see through Sector 2 how much more pace that McLaren has compared to the Williams driver who runs wide under the pressure. And now combined has a time penalty. It's all kicking off here in the last 10 laps of this Grand Prix. Hungaroring never disappoints. Always late drama. It does look like there could potentially be rain on the way. I mean, look how dark those clouds are behind. I'll wait to get some kind of report from one of the drivers as how he looks to go around the outside and turn 6th into 5th as we come down the main straight, and he does so. Good moves, clean moves all the way through as combined drops down to 6th place. Let's have a look at Andre though. This will be interesting to see. Sector 2 yellow flags. I think Jeff is around again, unfortunately. So the Haas driver will have to get out of the way shortly here, having an absolute shocker of a Grand Prix. We saw him drop off the pace, and I'm certain something has happened to him because he was originally, 6th? And all of a sudden he's dropped way off the pace and he's down all the way in 12th and last and a lap behind the drivers at the moment. Oh, it's into the wall! Goes Jeff, and that's a safety car. That's a massive moment. I've just looked at the replay. So Jeff hits the wall, and all of a sudden, this race has been turned on its head on with 10 laps to go. We're back under safety car conditions. Jeff had an absolute shocker of a Grand Prix, and it's all come to an end. He's going to be absolutely kicking himself, and now the drivers will be thinking, how can I make this work? Everybody with penalties as well will not be happy. 3 seconds of penalties, but they'll be removed if they can be. I don't think, though. Yep, so penalties not being removed as of yet. The 2 McLaren drivers coming in for their penalties, for their pit stoppers. Apologies. Everybody coming in for a new set of mediums by the looks of it. Kendra, what are you on, my friend? You're on a set of hard tyres. That's an interesting choice. Hard tyres for Kendra as the drivers come out the pits. Let's have a look at the penalties at the moment. Jay Bezer with the aggressive strategy of the soft tyres. So welcome everybody that's just joining now. We have 10 laps left of this Grand Prix and we're under safety car conditions after Jeff absolutely binned it into a wall, hitting the curb on the outside that we were talking about, especially in Sector 2. You do not want to hit that outside curb. It's an instant spin. It's an instant DNF if you get it wrong. And unfortunately, Jeff got it really, really wrong. And he had an absolute shocker of a Grand Prix anyway. The Haas clearly had a terminal issue that they were just refusing to admit. But yeah, tears at the end of the Grand Prix for him. And this brings Alex back into contention with Kendra now in the lead and potentially looking for the release. Now, I start to wonder, it is getting a little bit dark out there. Are we going to see the same kind of thing that we saw in Tier 1, where it starts raining just at the end of a safety car? We'll see. I don't know if there's any rain on the way. Banana, can you give us a bit of an update on the rain situation, please? It'd be great to hear from one of the drivers. Safety car was going for quite a few laps. Absolutely, man. I mean, pushing on the edge of grip. And I think, like I was saying, I think that Haas had a terminal issue, either with the steering or the pedals. There was something very, very wrong with that car. And unfortunately, it's ended in tears for the Haas team as it went straight into the barrier hard as well. It wasn't a soft hit. Spun off into the barrier with an oversteer. So, under safety car conditions, and we'll probably be under safety car for at least one more lap. No rain, apparently, says Jay Bezer. So, again, interesting. Verstappen into the pits. What are you doing, my friend? Are you jumping on a set of soft? So he's jumping on a set of soft tyres. Going with the really aggressive strategy here from Verstappen, and maybe this could be a late resurgence. Raining here in Sydney, very peaceful. I'm pretty sure it's raining here in Melbourne as well. But anyway, Kendra will lead us away. Almost overtakes the safety car. Bert Mylander apparently in a race at the moment with the Red Bull team. So Verstappen will catch the back of this pack pretty quickly here, and I'm starting to wonder if this is a genius strategy from Verstappen, who'll be looking for damage limitation on this Grand Prix. The Ferrari team at the moment not scoring any points as it currently stands, but with those soft tyres, that should make it pretty simple to move through the pack, especially with only about 6 laps left of this Grand Prix. 6, 7, I think 7 actually, apologies there. So under safety car conditions for what should be the final time this Grand Prix. Slowly just losing my voice as well. Hopefully I don't lose it by the end of the Grand Prix. It would not be ideal. But here we go. Kendra will lead us away. Hopefully the safety car does come in this lap, and it does. So the safety car comes in this lap. Again, the graphic stays up. It's just so infuriating every time I see it that there's nothing you can do about it. I wonder if Kendra's going to try something a little bit different here compared to Andre. Andre always went on the last corner. I wonder if Kendra's going to go now and... Oh, no, it was a fake move from Kendra. Very smart there. And no, we do get back underway. So Kendra goes. Andre holds the back as we get back underway and racing on lap 28 of 35. It's going to be a sprint to the end for these drivers as we head down towards turn 1 for the 28th time of 35. Nothing happening at the back there. Verstappen gets past Alex. And we continue. We should see a resurgence here from Verstappen. He should catch pretty damn quickly on those soft tyres, especially the backpack at the moment. And with a plethora of 3-second penalties, there's a ton of time to be made up as well. Twitch Liddy all over the back of Andre. We'll be looking at potentially a podium position here for Liddy as sideways through the chicane for Andre, and that's not going to be beneficial. This is F124. Affleck, welcome to the stream. Is that rain? I swear I just saw rain on the visor, but I must be tripping. I think we will have rain hit just as the end of this Grand Prix. F123. F124, apologies. You can see it down in the background there. So Kendra's already pulled the second. So I wonder if Kendra's going to try and pull that 3-second gap. That's going to be critical for Kendra. Yeah, the fastest lap. I mean, pushing to the absolute limit. You can definitely see it. Verstappen, though, steals that fastest lap with a 1:16.604, and we have DRS enabled now. So Verstappen from the back of the pack with those soft tyres will be looking for a late resurgence. We'll stay with Verstappen, who should move through the pack shortly. He had lap 29 of 35, so 6 laps to go. Soft tyres ahead with the Williams and the Aston Martin as well. Verstappen looks to go around the outside of Old Mate. Is that going to be something that continues all the way up towards Sector 2? Don't touch that inside curb, instant spin curb, and all of a sudden Kendra's dropped down as well. Andre is slowly pulling away at that gap. Verstappen has to get a move on here if he wants those soft tyres to be used to their absolute maximum potential, because right now they're just being wasted. Twitch Liddy on the back of Andre still. No changes to position as of yet. So this sprint after the safety car restart is definitely underway and racing now with Twitch Liddy right in the back of Andre. Andre's dropped out of DRS range, so Liddy should have an easy overtake here. Andre activates ERS. Liddy activates DRS. As potential move on the horizon here. Backs out of it. Knows that's not a smart one. That would not have ended well if Liddy went for it. Jay Bezza getting past Banana Cake Pie. Verstappen trying to get past Old Mate. Around the outside, maybe those soft tyres should be a lot more grippy. And that is just unfortunate for Old Mate there. With Verstappen, I think they're just tangled wheels there at the back. Not ideal. Old Mate will not have a front wing. So there could be definitely a penalty coming Verstappen's way after that. That didn't exactly look clean, but Verstappen will be, again, trying to push through the field. So you never know. We shouldn't see another safety car. I don't think another safety car can come out. I don't believe a safety car can come out in the game code with 5 laps to go, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't get another safety car. It would not be ideal for the end of this Grand Prix. Andre still within that gap at the moment. Kendra isn't really pulling away as they would have wanted to, and well, it's not exactly working in the favour as Verstappen in the background there looking to overtake Banana Cake Pie down into turn 1, maybe looking for the double overtake as Banana Cake Pie with a dive up the inside on Jay Bezza. The soft tyre runners are getting feisty and they're just wasting their time here, and all the time that these guys are fighting is sideways through the corner. It's opened up for Verstappen, Jay Bezza and Banana Cake Pie coming together there, and that was almost like synchronized swimming. They just sideswiped each other. Fantastic stuff at the end of this Grand Prix. Fantastic drama. Not fantastic in terms of racing, but fantastic drama at the end of this Grand Prix. Sideways for Andre through the chicane. 4 laps to go and Verstappen is on a charge at the back of the field there in 7th. So the pressure clearly building now. And the soft tyres will pretty much be done. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Kendra has yet again pulled a gap of about 1.4 seconds. I don't know, though, if that's going to be enough. They have to pull a significantly bigger gap than that. But all the time that Andre and Liddy are fighting, this will allow Kendra to get away. So Andre, about to get overtaken here by the Haas, who moves up the inside. Liddy with the overtake, and clean one at that. A beautiful overtake. Andre tried to go defensive with the switchback, but it didn't work out for him, unfortunately. As Marv also on the back of all of this, so don't keep him out of podium contention. He's looked very racy all day. Alex and Banana Cake Pie. Swapping positions. I think Banana just coming into the pits. Maybe for a fresh set of softs and looking to set that fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Marv, the one to watch at the moment. Kendra is slowly pulling a gap. 1.5 seconds, 1.6, 1.7 the gap. And slowly building. They have 3 laps to do it. Verstappen unfortunately gets a penalty, and that's going to be a hamper to his progress. Banana Cake Pie also gets a penalty, so almost every single driver out there has a penalty now. So if every driver gets a penalty, all penalties will be voided pretty much. As Marv with DRS, and so is Howie at the moment. So Marv with a double DRS. Andre on the back of Liddy. DRS yet again here for the McLaren driver as we head lap 33 of 35. 3 laps to go now. .8 the gap and slowly building. It's important that Liddy stays within that 3 seconds that we've constantly mentioned here. 2 seconds now. So if Kendra can find in the next 3 laps, if they can find about a second out there, they are well without. They're well outside of the penalty range, which is what they need right now. This will be the story of the Grand Prix, as Verstappen says, as I think it was Red Bull actually says. See you all in November, says Banana Cake Pie. He's not happy, understandably so. Yeah, as I was saying, so the Red Bull team probably telling Kendra, let's disappear. 2.2 seconds the gap now. 2 laps to go. So Liddy needs to avoid the battle with Andre, but Marv as well on the back of all of this. Don't you dare take him out of contention, because he's definitely one that we have been watching all Grand Prix, and he has been slowly catching. 2.5 seconds now. The gap is slowly building. I think it's going to be quite literally to the end of this Grand Prix, we'll see that gap go to 3 seconds. Unless Kendra makes a fatal error. The sun's come back out, so the grip will start coming back to these drivers. The track will start warming up yet again. Lockups are plenty for the drivers at the moment, so Kendra has to find this final lap and has to find it fast. So, 2.6 the gap and climbing all the way down the straight. Liddy, all they have to do is stay within 3 seconds of Kendra. Kendra has to find 4/10. It's a mission, but it's possible. Andre has to try and battle Liddy, but probably try and stay as well in contention for that second place. And at the moment, Kendra's pushing to the absolute limit, and you can really see it. See how much battery they have saved up. About 25% battery, so there's still a lot to go here. Alex disqualified for using failed tyre compound. Sideways for Kendra. That's not going to help at all. That's really not going to help. That's not good at all. Liddy's going to be right in the back of this. There was a 3-second gap that had formed, and now all of a sudden, there's a 4/10 gap that Kendra has to find in this final sector. This has not worked out for Kendra at all, and if Kendra finds 4/10, I will be absolutely baffled. There is 2.8 now. The gap continues to rise. Can Kendra find the 4/10 that they need? It's going to be so close over the line. It's 3 seconds. It's quite literally 3 seconds over the line. Twitch Liddy has just found the time. 15 milliseconds. Oh my god, what a finish to this Hungaroring Grand Prix. Andre in third position. Kendra not going to be happy. That second sector slide out from the rear, not helping at all. And that would have been the difference between the win and the loss. Not ideal for Kendra. Kendra will not be happy with that result, but a good race nonetheless. Twitch Liddy takes the win here at the Hungaroring by 15 milliseconds across the line. My goodness, take a bow. Kendra almost had it. I think Kendra did have it. I'm a bit confused, but because it looked like it was 3 seconds, but I guess Liddy had enough time over the line. I'm perplexed. It looked like exactly 3 seconds, but we'll see the gap. 15 milliseconds, not a lot of time. But there you go. There's your podium for now. Twitch Liddy taking the win with Andre third, and of course Kendra in second. A fantastic race nonetheless, but definitely one with a heap of controversy. The Haas team will be happy with that. Damage limitation without doubt, because the other Haas had a major problem turning and other things like that. So we'll see. There you go. So across the line, quite literally, by 15 milliseconds. I don't know. That might be under investigation, but there you go. That is all your finishes for today. We'll jump through the race director as well, just to get an idea of what's happened, just for the rest of them. And we'll have a look at the quick pit stops here as well. Ton of front wings and a ton of soft tyres being swapped, of course, during that final safety car period. That was our racing for tonight. I believe, though, we do have a break. I will double check. I believe we have a break now, unless it's China. But no, we definitely have China next. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes out for the drivers tonight. Fantastic racing across the board. Really enjoyed that one. Thank you guys so much for coming along. We will see you next week. 7:30 AEST. See you next week. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your night, guys.